Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 12th of November. So what we've got running today then, let's just have a quick flick through. Actually, news-wise, I can cut that really short because there isn't any news that's due out today. What we might see, well, there will be news of sorts, but different sorts. In terms of economic news, we won't be seeing anything, but we might see the end of the shutdown of the US government. So we'll wait and see for that, but it looks like it's almost from what I just read, almost a full conclusion that's going to happen. Trump signed it off, so already I believe so, according to what I just read. Goodness, you don't know if you can believe anything you read these days. Anyway, so we are left now then with looking at the technicals. So let's get cracking with the euro dollar here, and the euro at the moment looks like it's almost reacting to its monthly pivot. It's got up there to that monthly pivot. It broke out of this sort of triangle that was sitting in there, it's looking rather iffy, as it has a lot of the time. There is the potential to run back up there, catch that monthly pivot properly. It's air kissed it on this occasion. The monthly pivot ties up around about with its today's S1, so we could see a reaction back into that. So there's a possibility. It's worth waiting a little bit. The pattern's already started here. This isn't a flag pattern though any longer. It's pulled back way beyond 50% of the move up there, so not a flag pattern, but all the same we could see a continuation running there. In terms of risk reward, that could give a trade. I'd be careful of trading this anywhere too close to 8 o'clock. We saw it, we've seen it time and time again, where it pulls back, it pops out there at 8, pulls back. Just be careful of going in there too early. There's no real drivers, that's the problem. Well, we could get a driver if the government gets voted back, or they restart. The pound, it certainly looks more negative here, rather consolidated and pretty ugly overall here. There's nothing on there for me. US dollar yen. Yen did finally break out of those highs there. It has potential to continue. We have to come right back out to the bigger picture to see. This is a weekly chart, so we have to come right back here to see the next sort of point. If we start pushing up with any conviction, it would be 157, 158 sort of area, where we was up here. So looking for about 158. Potentially. Short term though, well, it's had today already had quite a move in this. This could slow down here this afternoon. Who knows? We could see some reasonable sized moves in these currencies. I think, to a certain extent, I'm reading it that it's like the government's likely to reopen this afternoon. Is that enough to suggest that that's been priced in? Or will we get a reaction this afternoon anyway? Aussie dollar, the Aussie dollar I've struggled with for a little while. I just, again, it's one of these markets. Look, it's ranging here. It's gone back into its 200 again. It's in a tight range on the 4-hourly picture. You really want to play, if you're going to play this on the breakout, you probably want to see it come back, test the highs here before it goes off. It could, of course, just be running back down towards the lows, but a risky old play. US dollar CAD. This one actually worked a little bit better and is looking slightly more on side, he says, but it's just working its way. It hasn't actually touched here the 200 particularly well, the 4-hourly 200, but it's not far off it. Having air kissed it, well, maybe it will break through these lows here. Where to is always the question here. It's quite a small range, and when it's got to be afternoon trading on it. This moved yesterday solidly on the afternoon, spent most of the morning in the doldrums. We could see something similar happening in today. I'd be just really careful. As I say, the where to trade it, if we start breaking these levels, we have got the S1 support on the weeklies there, but beyond that it's quite a nice we'll have broken the 200, so major moving averages. Could even see it coming down towards its S2 there. Short term, or just let's say short term, one thing I didn't catch on the is the monthly pivot. It's not far below there as well. You'd probably want to see it break that level. It's still structurally in this rising trend. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I don't know what I'm looking at. That it's well. Or moving on, US dollar Swissy. US dollar Swissy. It's nothing at the moment potential. It's into this quarterly pivot here on the. It's into its quarterly pivot. It's got its S2 below. It had such a move there. Yesterday morning it went. We could see more of this. It depends really what the dollar does this afternoon in terms of price action. If the news is all good, I say tomorrow, this afternoon, maybe this evening even. Yeah, the quarterly pivot's been tested. There's not really anything there. I'll jump aboard. It's not an easy morning here for me. Gold, let's just switch markets here. Gold was shooting up yesterday, the day before yesterday. Yesterday never really materialized too well, and it's consolidated now around its weekly R3. Potential for a breakout above that level again. It is looking decidedly dodgy on the lower time frames here. It's halfway up in between the two levels. Really don't like it too much there at this stage. There's a lot I don't like. It's just the way the markets have moved. I'm just waiting until we start seeing some US data coming out, and it's making a big impact on a lot of these markets, and they're not really going anywhere too clearly. Oil did get a shove up. Yes, I say yesterday. Yep, that was yesterday. Could see more of the same today if it bounces off its daily pivot here. I'm not overly convinced on it at the moment. Again, fundamentally, I think it's flawed and could be coming off some more. Right, equity markets then. Someone's enjoying things. There we go. So, we are urging its, or working its way back slightly there. I mean, a lot of the data missing on the US for the US could have quite an impact on these markets, but it's when it's actually filtered out is the next thing. But this is just not again particularly interesting where it is at the moment. It could improve. The FTSE we've been seeing this going crazy. You see it yesterday pushing up even further. Now I think I might have mentioned it yesterday. I did see comments that a lot of investors are coming out of it. Well, it doesn't really show that on the market here, or if they are, that someone's buying. And the reason the investors are supposed to be coming out of it is because of the budget when it happens next week. Be glad when that's out of the way. maybe I'm not glad. FTSE still looks like it's got more scope. There's not a trade setting up for me at the moment though. DAX, the DAX is changing a little bit here. Look, it's pushed up. No trades short side yesterday. We did, in fact, we saw it coming down 7 o'clock-ish on the 7 o'clock, the 4-hourly bar there. It then caught the bounce and off it went yesterday quite nicely. Didn't break its this main quarterly pivot is holding up as decent resistance for it at the moment. Even that doesn't look like a short at the moment, so it's the only thing I've been doing on it. Long wise, it hasn't caught the pivot. It could just push on through as we run into 8 o'clock, but not for me at the moment. So in summary, no red folder news today. No red folder news today. There's no news at all today as on my system. I assume you're referring to these as the folders. There's no news today. So we're left to well, speakers, whatever, this afternoon. I think this could be a really drab old morning, and personally I'd look to see if we get some comments coming out this afternoon into this evening even. Well, it won't be for me for this evening because I'm not here, but there's the potential moves for today. So bit drab, I'm afraid, but we can't make a silk purse out of a pig's ear, as I always say. I wish you a good day's sitting there. I would sit on my hands if I were you. If you're really tempted to trade, there is not a great deal here. Right, take care. Catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.